Okay guys, I'm going to be doing a commentary video and I'm going to be literally saying as much as physically possible for you to learn on the spot. So checking from the left all the way around, checking everything, checking to see if anyone's coming off the driveways, signalling to the right in case anybody comes around the corner, and checking my blind spot again and moving away. So I'm obviously very worried about somebody oncoming now, so looking as far ahead as possible, keeping my speed low, keeping my distance from parked cars safe, less space, less speed. Looking really far ahead, checking round the corner. I've even moved my body forward a little bit there so I could see pedestrians, bikes. Okay, so I'm going to be turning left at the end of the road. Okay, so mirror signal. My signal may turn off because of the way that I steer here. If it does turn off, I'm going to reapply it. Let's see what happens. No, we're good. Handbrake on because I'm on a small hill, giving way, and mirrors to the left again, and I'm keeping good position in the road so I don't go on the wrong side of the road. On a Y junction, the red sign means no entry on the right. Mirrors to the right, signal to the right. Positioning on the triangle for the right turn. So there's two triangles, one for left and one for right, so I'm on the triangle for turning right. Approaching with first, yeah, all these people are turning, so I'm going to go. I'm approaching a toucan crossing. Toucan cross the road, which is bikes and for pedestrians. Checking my mirrors, coming up to a double mini roundabout. I'm going to go to Broadway, so that means that I'm going straight at the first, left at the second, checking my mirrors. So on approach to this double mini roundabout, I've got to give way to the right twice. I've got a give way triangle on the floor. Mirrors for slowing down. Speed by braking, braking, braking. I need to give way to the bus. Braking, braking, braking. Clutch down. And first gear, giving way to the bus. Handbrake on. Got loads of people to give way to. Loads of people on the right. There's one blocker, but I don't think I'm going to be able to take it because of the timing. No, didn't feel comfortable with the timing of that. And checking, yeah, I can't see anybody else to give way to, so I'm going to make my way to the first roundabout. So mirrors to the left, keeping to the left, signals to left, looking at the other roundabout to the right. There's no one to give way to, and I've got a blocker potentially as well with the red van. Checking my mirrors again to the left to see if anything had the opportunity to undertake me. There's a woman at the shop and there's a car on the left. Even though it is my priority, I'm concerned about the car pulling out, but the door is open, so it's unlikely. Checking my mirrors to the right, see if anyone's overtaking me on this bend. They shouldn't, but they might, because that's what people are like. Zigzag lines, no parking, no overtaking. It's a puffin crossing, PUF, pedestrian user friendly. Very good for kids, very good for elderly people because of the red man and the green man. Kids don't have to read the word wait. The partially sighted people can see the red blob and the green blob, and there would be potentially noises for the people to know when to cross the road, tactile paving and stuff like that. Turning left, mirror signal. I'm going to turn left, and we've got a brown tourist attraction sign. If it's clear, second gear. Keeping off the area of hatch markings because that was unnecessary for me to use. Not impossible to use because it had a dotted border, but unnecessary for me to use. Okay, so checking the side road because it's really sharp, checking my mirrors. The word slow on the floor, I'm doing 28, 29, 30. So checking my mirrors for the next sign. National speed limit sign, I'm in a car, so cars and motorbikes can do up to 60 on this road. Mirrors, checked for overtaking vehicles. Nope, no one's overtaking me, but there is a road on the left and the right, so I'm checking that. I'm increasing my speed. Into fourth, looking very far ahead, looking at my position, holding my steering wheel correctly, checking my mirrors, increasing my speed, 46, 47, checking ahead. Steering wheel in the centre of the available space. And I'm going to go fifth gear, 50, 52, bike, looking really far ahead, picking up my speed, going to sixth gear, 55 miles an hour, looking really, really far ahead now because I'm travelling at 57, looking ahead. I'm being warned about a road on my left with the warning sign, checking my mirrors, got a mandatory 50, mirrors, it says slow on the floor, 49, 48. Mirrors, warned about bikes, going to be taking the next road on the left. Mirrors, passing the first turning. Signal, going into the slip road, braking, red lights on, braking, clutch down, second gear, off brake, clutch coming up so that I've got no coasting, brilliant position. Mirrors to the left, signal to the left, and braking, can't go on the hatch markings this time because it's got a solid border. Not that I used the last ones, but that had a solid border, which means only use in an emergency, so I couldn't touch that one. Okay, so I'm in a 30, and I've got traffic lights here, mirrors. Okay, so I've got roadworks, mirrors, speed by braking, braking, braking. I need to do tyres on tarmac with the blue car in front. Speed by brake into second gear because I haven't needed to stop, mirrors to the right. So I metaphorically could walk next to the car, metaphorically hold its hand as I'm power walking, so I use second. If I was power walking, I use second. If I'm pigeon stepping, which is like heel to toe with my feet, then I would use first gear. But I was power walking, so I use second. Checking really, really far ahead, 26, 27, checking my mirrors to the left. Looking far ahead, overrun, which means no gas, overrun. Looking far ahead, checking my mirrors. And I feel like this part of the road is a bit straighter, so 30 miles an hour now, 30 miles an hour. Steering wheel in the centre of the available space that I have, so from my perception of the road, from the grass to the line, my steering wheel is pretty much in the centre of the road. I've got a change of speed limit, mirrors, so it's red O means no more than 40 miles an hour. Checking my mirrors, no overtaking vehicles, 38, 39. There's a side road and there is a bridge and a side road, so I'm going to overrun. It says slow on the floor, so speed by braking. There's a black and white chevron and there's a blind summit kind of thing because I can't see over the top of the hill. So I went into third gear and I just gave myself a little bit more time to see if there was a large vehicle coming towards me. I've checked my mirrors a lot there. Looking really, really far ahead, I'm on a 40, I'm 38 miles an hour at the moment, checking my mirrors. I'm starting to increase to 39, 40. I'm concerned about oncoming people being large, checking my mirrors, overrunning, checking, warned about traffic lights coming up ahead in 300 yards. The traffic lights might be red, so I need to be careful, so I'm checking my mirrors in case I need to stop. I'm overrunning with preempting that they're red. Speed by braking. They are red, speed by braking. Mirror signal and turning right. Tyres on tarmac with the person in front. This crossroads has a green filter arrow system. So if the green filter arrow comes on at the same time as the green circle, then I would be able to go with priority. I won't have to stop in the middle. If it was a green circle, then I would stop in the middle to give way in any box that was there, or I would make up a good position. Depending on the size of the crossroads, it would either be near side to near side or offside to offside. Need to make another video about that. But this is a crossroads that has a green filter arrow. The green filter arrow on the left has gone on for people turning left. Notice that when it goes green for everybody, the arrow to the left will disappear. That doesn't mean that the people on the left can't go. It just means that everybody can try and attempt to go. Watch how the green arrow disappears. Everybody can go. I've got a green arrow to the right. I don't have to give way to anyone. In the new road, magnets in the curb, I'm drawn to the left, magnets in the curb, I'm on the left, people can overtake me on the right. Checking my mirrors, checking to see if anyone's overtaking me, checking my right mirror especially, because the overtaking lane was coming to a stop. I'm at 40 miles an hour now. So, checking nice and far ahead. Steering wheel in the centre of the lane. Warned about a slippery road. That could be because mud's got on the road as well, so if you're near any banks or anything, that can be quite useful. Turning right at the roundabout, mirrors to the right, signal to the right. Speed by braking. If it's clear, second gear, braking, clutch down, second gear. I can make it before the person who's signalling, even if they're coming all the way around. And I've got priority now that I'm on the roundabout. Mirrors to the left, signal to the left. And I was really established inside the roundabout, so the people on the left were giving way to me. Mirrors. Clearly on approach, I give way to the right. Okay, so I'm in a 30 now. Residential, lampposts, no other signs. I'm going to, there's a warning about traffic lights coming up, checking my mirrors. Pedestrian on the left. Checking all the side roads, and there is a petrol station, on the right hand side. Somebody might be trying to get out of it. I need to be careful, even though it is my priority. I can drive over the bus stop, I just can't park there. Turning right at the crossroads, mirrors and signal. Speed by braking, giving way to oncoming people. I need to make sure that I can enter the crossroads without worrying. So yeah, I can enter. Oh, it's green filter arrow has popped on. Awesome. Cool. So the green filter arrow again just gave me priority. If it was just a green circle to begin with, I would give way to oncoming people and queue in the middle. As long as I can get out, I would queue in the middle, even if there's a yellow box, if my exit is clear. You can stop in a yellow box if your exit's clear and you know that you've got time to get out if the light goes red. The person on the left is reversing, so I'm just being careful. Their bum is slightly out, checking my mirrors, checking my mirrors, checking my mirrors. Okay, so taking the next road on the right and mirror signal. Very concerned about oncoming people. Speed by braking, clutch down, first gear, having excellent possession. Checking my mirrors again. Bus stops on the left and the right. Multiple turns on the left and the right. 24 miles an hour. Red van coming towards me, mirrors, looking at the gap, looking at the gap, looking at the gap. Looking nice and far ahead. 25 miles an hour. Looking nice and far ahead, anticipating that vehicles can come towards me. Parked car on the left, checking my mirrors. I saw the reflection of the person's lights then in the red car, checking my mirrors to the right. Concerned about people owning the cars and coming back to them, or the doors opening, mirrors. Warned about horse riders here. Overrun. 26 miles an hour, overrun. Checking really nice and far ahead. Worried about horse riders because I've had the sign, but I'm also worried about cars driving deliberately fast on this road because it's a country road. I'm worried about potholes. I'm worried about wild animals. Checking my mirrors. Worried about bikes, pedestrians. Checking my mirrors. No one overtaking. I'm going to increase my speed a little bit, but not much. Pretty nasty down here. 31 miles an hour. I don't think I'm going to go much faster. 32. Checking my mirrors, anticipating oncoming people. Overrunning. 30. Looking really far ahead. Checking my mirrors. Don't like the condition of the road there. Potholes at speed can literally just pop your tyre, and that's horrendous, isn't it? Okay, 32, 33. Warned about a giveaway in 100 yards. Checking my mirrors for the limited space. He's slowing down. Speed by braking. Turning right at the end of the road, mirror signal. Giveaway triangles. Down into first gear because it's extremely closed. Looking right. Creeping out with excellent clutch control. Creeping. Having a little search. Yeah. That's quite hard to see then, so I just used some clutch control to make sure that I could just sort of nip forward in a really controlled way. Checking my mirrors constantly to increase my speed here. 35, 36. Looking at the gap. Checking my mirrors. Concerned about large vehicles coming towards me. 39 miles an hour. Warned about the traffic lights, going a different way this time. White signs are local routes, so all the local routes are told to me here. Mirrors to the left, because we're going to turn left this time. Mirrors to the left, signal to the left. Now notice I've got the green circle, so even though the arrow is not there, it's a green circle, bike is behaving. And yeah, I was committed to that, so I wasn't going to stop, especially because I had a red car behind me. So magnets in the curb, I'm on the left, I'm checking my mirrors to the right to see if anyone's overtaking me now. And checking the Toucan crossing, no one around, so I've done full observations and mirror checks there. 36, 38, checking my mirrors. 40 on the dot. Setting my sat-nav. Obviously there is a cycle path on the left. The lines in the road is a hazard line at the moment. The paint is long. It's telling me to finish any overtaking with the arrow. Now I've got a solid line, so I can't cross that. That means no overtaking, but the other people have got a dot. there's a bike, there's a blind summit. I need to be careful that there isn't a queue of traffic on the other side, so I'm just going to brake so my cruise controller switches off. I've got the double lines, which mean that no one can overtake, and then I've got the dotted line here, so that means I can overtake but they can't, and it's going to change again to double white lines, so again no overtaking unless something is going less than 10 miles an hour, like in a, I don't know, maybe a tree cutter or something, maybe a very, very slow bike, something that's less than 10 miles an hour. If it had any hatch markings or chicanes, chevrons, hatch markings or chevrons in between the white lines, then I couldn't pass it unless it was an emergency. Okay, so I'm going to be going straight on at the roundabout. Notice that the 12 o'clock theory doesn't work here, so speed by braking. I'm choosing the right lane to go straight on, which is a little bit unusual. I'd give it like a 2 out of 10. Going down into second, the learner has got good position now, but he didn't to begin with, so I was just a little bit cautious with that. I don't need to signal because it wasn't the design of it, but I need to signal out. So I didn't need to signal to say that I was going to the third exit because it was designed as the straight on. But I needed to signal out because there was a curb in the middle, checking my mirrors. I can drive over the bus stop, I just can't park there. I'm going to take the next left, so mirrors. Signal to the left, there is a bike lane and pedestrian crossing in the new road, so I am concerned. I'm just checking the area for that, nice and slow. Yep, no bike, no pedestrian. But if there was, I would obviously give way. If there was space enough for me to enter, I could give way before the bike lane and pedestrian crossing, just in the available space that there was. The double yellow line is here, and then it changes to single yellow line. Obviously the single yellow line acts as a double yellow line, but it has times, so you'd have to look at the plaque that was there to know when it's acting as a double yellow line. Mirrors to the right, signal to the right. Speed by braking. Down into first gear. Checking both ways, and lots of pedestrians around, but no other problems. The bollard is helpful because it's helping me to know which side of the road to go on. Normally when you enter a new road, you'd be magnetised towards the curb because we drive in England, so we're to the left unless we know we're overtaking or turning right. It's my priority. My priority, for goodness sake. It's their priority. Scrap that. Right, pedestrian on the right, and is she going to use the pedestrian crossing? No, that's fine. That's hilarious. You'll have to forgive me. It's their priority, blatantly. Yeah, God. So, checking my mirrors. It's massively their priority. Because I had the give way lines on the floor there, and the island was on my side. Not that that matters actually, sometimes I have seen it the other way around, but it was the sign and the road markings on the floor that made it their priority. Okay, so parked cars on the left. So checking my mirrors. And the priority is theirs because there is an obstruction on my side of the road. Stopping about 2 car lengths away from the parked car because otherwise it's really hard. I don't want to get too close because then it just makes it hard for me. No, I don't think so. He's driving at speed. Checking my mirrors. Checking my mirrors. Potentially going into the next gap if I need it, but I don't think I do. Pedestrian about to walk. Mirrors. Keeping to the left, mirrors to the right. Checking my mirrors to the left, coming back in. Checking the mirrors to the right, giving good position, around about a metre away from the cars. If I did want to be any closer, I'd be a load slower. Warned about bikes, mirrors. Speed by braking, going straight on at the roundabout. Shouldn't be touching any of the hatch markings in the centre of the roundabout there. because it's covered in a solid border, which means only use in an emergency, and there is no emergency. I'm warned about bikes here. Mirrors to the left, signal to the left to help the oncoming person know that I'm leaving. These are hatch markings covered in a dotted border, which means I can use if necessary, but what's the point? So you're not allowed to use the hatch markings with a dotted border just willy-nilly. There has to be a reason, but if it's got a dotted border, then you can use if necessary. But if it's got a solid border, nope. It would have to be an emergency for you to use that. Mirrors to the right, signal to the right. Speed by braking, looking to the right. Can't see anyone to give way to. Going around the paint as much as possible. Checking my mirrors. If it's clear, second gear. Checking my mirrors. Up into third. I'm just being careful because there's quite a lot of parked cars around here. Mirrors. Avoiding potholes a bit. Seems a bit potholey, this road. Checking my mirrors. Concerned about the oncoming person not having nice position. I'm just going to slow down a little bit. Overrun. It's my priority down here, but you know, we've got to be careful. Mirrors. Concerned about potholes. Mirrors. Keeping to the left, driving on the W line to create space, just as long as there's no potholes. Turning left, mirrors to the left, signal to left, speed by braking, giving way to pedestrians because I'm approaching a junction and it was easy for me to stop. Why not, really? You know, stopping for the junction anyway. Mirrors to the right, sorry, check-ins to the right. Oh, I'm getting tired. Pedestrian in the road, had to be careful. That's another reason why to take the turns slowly. Checking the mirrors to the right. Clearly I need to stop because my tongue's saying the wrong thing. I know what I mean. Blatantly saying the wrong stuff, making myself look like a right idiot. It's like, yeah, I've got priority here, when the sign just blatantly says that it's the other person's priority. That is a sign to stop, isn't it? Let's face it. Let's stop here. Mirrors. Signal. Let's come in. We need to stop. Haven't eaten today. Have I actually eaten any food today? Did I eat? Oh, actually, yeah, I did. Had some guacamole. All right, guys. I hope that helps you. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.